Did Sofia Vergara happen to capture demons in a picture she had taken while on the set of America's Got Talent? Or is this another way for them to keep us talking about a certain syndrome that supposedly exists? Now, for whatever reason, something outside the normal, something unusual has to happen every day. These bizarre events are really ramping up. And even if this is absolutely normal, this is a glitch with the picture, with the megapixels, what have you, it still has people talking. Seems like ever since the start of 2023, all we have been talking about are aliens, demons, MFers, shapeshifters, reptilians, pirates, R. Last year, it was all about aliens, but this year, it seems to be all about demons. And it kind of makes sense given the fact that we are now in the year of the dragon. Now, to some, the dragon can be good. There are good dragons, there are bad dragons. But to others, the dragon is the symbol of the devil, Satan, and so forth, a demon. They're even calling this demon comet, this devil's comet, the mother of dragons. I have also spoken about the multiple references to demons, from NASA shooting off their rockets called a PEP, which pretty much means the devil. Aleister Crowley finding power on April 8th spoke to a demon in Cairo, Egypt, who he credits for authoring the Book of Law. And then, of course, we have CERN cranking up on April 8th as well. Nothing else needs to be mentioned about CERN. When you hear CERN, just know there's going to be demons. Then there's the cherry on the top when it comes to a certain syndrome that has been around for centuries. Nobody's ever heard of it, and the media is now letting us know about it, demon face syndrome. And that's going to bring us into our next topic. So one of the hosts of America's Got Talent happens to be Sofia Vergara. Now, every time she's on set, she happens to take a selfie of not just herself, but the audience behind her as well. And for the most part, whether these photos, these videos are AI enhanced or enhanced in other ways, these photos have looked relatively normal. That was until one particular photo out of all the photos she has taken and uploaded to her Instagram has caught the eyes of people.
All right, so let's go to her actual page. So Sofia Vergara is one of the hosts for America's Got Talent. So far, she's been taking like a selfie type situation, type photo every day, right? So the audience is in clear view every single day. I know a couple of people keep saying the photo that I posted looked like it was AI generated, but there's video from that same day, so the audience is real. There's a real audience behind them. And I'm just showing that people are moving in the background of this photo as well, but it didn't show up like that. You know, the faces were not distorted the same way as it was in those previous photos. See, this is from another audition day. Audience is in clear view. This is from the same day. This is the same audience. So this is not an AI generated audience. Just so y'all can see. And then I go back to show you the date. See, March 16th. So this is, she has the same outfit on. So that can't be it. And this is the photo again. We're zooming back in on it. Even if those people were moving, their faces should not be distorted like that. That's very weird. And somebody said Facetune. Well, if you've ever used Facetune, which I've had, no shame in my game, you have to select one face. It's not gonna, you can't just put a photo through and it's just gonna, you know, edit everything like, you know, you have to select the face that you're editing, right? So yeah, something about this is not, it's not normal, you guys. I don't know. Those photos were very, very weird. And why would it just be those photos? Out of all of these photos on her page.
So one has to ask, out of all the photos and videos that she has taken and uploaded to her Instagram, why would she leave this one that clearly shows very distorted faces? Faces that look demonic. Well, let's get the obvious out of the way first. The obvious is that this could have been a complete oversight. She could have accidentally uploaded an AI photo and not realized all of the distortion in the background, because there happens to be a lot. Now, I do have an app on my phone called AI Photo Enhancer that I use a lot for my thumbnails to sprucing up my thumbnails, but I do notice when there are a lot of people in a particular photo that I use for a thumbnail, let's say for instance the videos I've made on Tom Cowling, you'll see a lot of people in the background inside the airplane. When I use that photo on this app, you will see faces in the background that are very distorted. You'll see tongues going through teeth, eyes looking weird, and so forth. Very weird stuff. Sometimes it happens to scare me. That's why they say that it's not good to use multiple people in a photo or video if you're running AI, because the more people, the more AI starts to whack out. So it very well could be something as simple as that, AI. It doesn't have to be one big conspiracy. Sometimes it's a little healthy to be a little skeptical. Now, while I am on the fence that this is AI, there is one thing about this photo I just can't wrap my mind around. How is she herself able to escape AI? How is she herself able to escape 24 FPS facial expression without blemish? Which doesn't make much sense to me. Like I said, I run many programs when doing YouTube. Many of these programs help to make these thumbnails stand out. And when I find a good photo, and like I said, there'll be people in the background and I'll do a AI program, unfortunately, not only will the people in the background become distorted, but also the main person that I am focusing on, like I said, let's say Tom Cowling, also shows distortion as well. But there is no distortion whatsoever on Sofia Vergara. So was this just an AI created audience, an AI created photo, and she was just cropped into the picture? Who knows? Why would they do that now when all her other photos and videos show an audience without distortion? Very weird. But again, it's highly weird. They have millions of dollars, they have technologies that I could only dream of. But with that being said, this photo happens to get a little weirder when people start pointing out more things. Not only is everybody in this photo dressed in black, except one woman who is dressed in green, people start to recognize the woman to the left of Sofia Vergara. Well, to the left of our viewing of this photo anyway. That she looks awfully similar to a high-level ritualistic occultic witch. One who practices this very weird art form, or a supposed art form anyway, because like I said, they mask everything they do under the guise of art, known as spirit cooking. And you see a lot of celebrities and politicians also take part in this very weird ritual as well. But her name is Marina Abra. Now, I know there's more to her last name, but people on YouTube that have spoken about this woman claimed that just by saying her whole name in a negative context will get you a strike for cyberbullying. It will take the video down. Now, I do have to say, this woman sitting in the audience, this very visible woman doing something very weird with her hands, does look very similar to Marina. There's an uncanny resemblance. Maybe she's a little younger, but there's still this uncanny resemblance. The nose, lips, and eyebrows of this person in the audience matches Marina. Here is Marina dressed in all black, standing right next to Jacob Rothschild in front of a painting called Lucifer Summoning in His Legions. Very, very similar, but like I said, the person in the audience does look a little younger, but given makeup or a certain chrome, these celebrities, these people in power, these so-called elite, go from looking like they are on the verge of their deathbed to dropping about 20 years the next time we see them. But yes, getting back to this photo where Sofia Vergara looks normal, there are quite a few faces that absolutely do look demonic. So as people are noticing these demonic-like faces, nothing else in the photos, even the hands, look relatively normal. Usually when it comes to AI manipulated photos, the hands look a little bit more bizarre than they do in this photo. There is a lot of distortion when it comes to hands. Matter of fact, you will notice that the hands look off before the faces look off. But here, they do look relatively normal. Maybe they look a little bigger, but they still look relatively normal. But the only thing really off in this photo are the faces. And this is making people connect the dots right back to a syndrome known as demon face syndrome. And this is once again their way to push out this syndrome, to have us research and look up this syndrome, to keep it in our mind that something like this exists, a condition like this exists. Yes, even I'm talking about, does that make me a hypocrite? Because there were a lot of people in her comment section of that photo talking about the faces, talking about demon face syndrome. You have people on Twitter talking about this photo and talking about demon face syndrome. It's just so weird and odd, and I keep mentioning that this syndrome, or this supposed syndrome, have been known for a century. Most recent, it was known in 2020 by this man, Victor Scherer. Bumped his head and he started seeing demons. People everywhere started to look like a demon to him. I don't know if it was everyone or certain people, but I do know that he could not see the faces of demons in photos, videos, in mirrors, but he saw them in his relatives. Scientists, researchers were studying his syndrome in 2021. They were studying this man. 2021, 2022, 2023. There is not a word of the syndrome in the media. Yet, oddly, 2024, where all this weird stuff, all this demonic talk is taking place, we have these rituals, these 2,000-year-old rituals taking place. Now, we have the media talking about demon face syndrome. We have celebrity pushing photos where faces are looking like demons to now get us still talking about this demon face syndrome. And one has to ask, why? Why are they getting us so mentally prepared for demons? We had two movies that come out almost simultaneously that have to do with the devil, with demons. Late Night with the Devil, The Last Omen. You would think it was Halloween. You would think it was October. The way they are pumping out these movies that deal with demonic possession, with devils. People are really talking about April 8th and demons. Nobody's talking about April 8th like it's the end of the world, like it's Y2K, like it's 2012. People are saying that this is some kind of giant ritual, that they're trying to summon some type of demon in. They're trying to open some type of portal. We even have articles talking about this. Will the Large Hadron Collider summon a demon during the solar eclipse? And they state that some conspiracies have emerged about the April 8th eclipse from NASA working with ancient Egyptian deities to sleeping giants waking up in America's state parks. Here, we've gathered some of our favorites. We have the media running wild with demon talk, and they've been noticing more and more people having connecting everything right back to demons. Even all the way back to Aleister Crowley. So whether this Sofia Vergara photo on America's Got Talent was a simple AI mistake or not, people noticed. And people are talking about demons and how they are seeing demons in this photo. Like I said in the beginning of this video, 2023 was the year of aliens, but now it looks like 2024 is the year of the demon and the year of the dragon. And going into the future, months ahead, we're going to hear more about people seeing demons and perhaps even demonic possession cases, people acting demonically insane. We are going to see some more false flag events, a rise in false flag events. I think it's going to get really bad, and it's all going to connect back to demonic activity, thanks to these rituals. But in any case, I do want to hear from you. Please comment in the comment section below. Do you believe this was simply AI, an AI mistake? Or do you think it's their way, the media's way, and the powers that be, to keep us talking about demons and to keep us reminded that demon face syndrome exists for a reason? Please comment in the comment section below. In any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.